This is for the ball game right now. Everybody stacked up close for Nebraska. Ball hitting the backfield. The ball is out. Nebraska's got it, and they'll have the ball game.
Bo and I have known each other for a long time, and one of the things he did after the game, he said, let's meet in Indy. I couldn't be happier to be facing someone that our players, our coaches, our fans respect.
They have great defense, great defensive line, great linebacking core. I know they're going to be coming out hungry.
This will be a different time, different place, and it's going to be a tough football game. To go win it, you're going to have to go earn it.
Whether we're 7-5 or 12-0, we're still playing this Big Ten championship game with hopes of going to the Rose Bowl.
Indianapolis and the Big Ten championship is something that we have talked about since January 3rd. It's a goal that we set as our highest standard this year. We need a conference championship.
Lots at stake in this game. We want to be the first Wisconsin team to, have 3 straight Big Ten titles. And also the unknown of where we're going to play at if we lose.
It's a one-shot game to get to the Rose Bowl, and our kids are excited about the challenge.
This is the first group that I recruited. For everything they've meant to me, I would want nothing more than to see them leave with a championship.
I feel like Ohio State was everyone's turning point, in every phase of the game. Everything possible in the second half went wrong. Another interception, put the ball on the ground. A lot of big plays from the offense on our defense. We just couldn't get anything together.
20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Obviously, I'm disappointed about how the game ended. Like I just told the football team, we need to win out. We need to win out. That's the only way we can guarantee ourselves getting to Indianapolis.
I watch this football team every day. I knew what we could become. I knew the character of our football team, that there was a lot more out there than what we showed on that field in Columbus.
After Coach told us to win out, the seniors called us all in. They told us everything has to change. What we were doing up to that point wasn't going to get us to where we want to go. And they said, if you want something that you've never had, you have to do things that you've never done.
Touchdown! Ben Cotton gives the Huskers the lead.
After the Northwestern game, that's when the lights started to flick on. It was like, okay, we're capable of facing adversity and overcoming it. And then we had a solid game versus Michigan. And that's when more lights started turning on. And then it came to Michigan State out in East Lansing. And then we come back in that one.
Touchdown Nebraska with 6 seconds left in the game.
And then that Penn State game came. We were like, win this one, win this one. The momentum will carry us through these next 2 weeks and on to Indianapolis. So when Coach Pelini tells us something, we take it to heart and we go to work for him.
I knew we could be back in Indy, but we needed to definitely get real with ourselves. We needed to be our own worst critics. We needed to look at the mirror and decide what we needed to do.
Well, at the start of the week, not many people outside of the Wisconsin football program knew who Bart Miller was because he started the week as a graduate assistant. But when Mike Markison was fired, Miller, who's 27 years old, became the interim offensive line coach for the Badgers.
I went and talked to the offensive linemen, and they most definitely said we believe that we'll be better off with Coach Miller right now. And I basically told everybody if they're happy, I'm happy.
I think practice should be hard. I think the training should be hard. I think the guys that work the hardest see the best results. Players that operate the most physical will win the game.
We moved forward with the system that we were in and learned a lot of the things that he wanted us to go to. And a lot of those things that we were doing were just moving people, vertically off the ball, focusing on double teams and moving the double teams up to the second level. Probably the second half of the Illinois game is really where the offensive line got their identity back.
The Purdue game, the rushing total was big. The Indiana game where we set the school record for rushing. Those are all feathers to put in our cap. And we talk about that in our room, of taking pride in everything you do, taking pride in blocking for a Heisman Trophy candidate, taking pride in blocking for the NCAA career record holder.
Toss right side. Monte Ball to the 20, to the 15, ball to the 10, ball to the 5, ball to the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin! The NCAA touchdown record belongs to Ball.
Congratulations, baby. Congratulations.
The best thing I've seen is just the way our players have responded to him. It's one thing to call yourself a coach, and have your players call you Coach Miller, but when they believe it, that's when you're getting somewhere.
The Journey, Big Ten Football 2012 is brought to you by Best Buy.